There are four selves. There is the person you think you are. So you think you are someone. There is the person other people think you are. 1,000 euros a month maximum in their career, maybe 5, maybe. This is a piece of a conversation he's having in his head. What do they think of me? And this is shaping a part of his reality. And then Marius is thinking what Giorgio thinks of him.
Giorgio,
You see what I mean? Like there's so many selves in our mind. So let's look at this one. This is the ideal self. It's the idea of ourselves when we are, I don't know, successful, imagine. Shredded, healthy, beautiful. How is this possible that this guy... I have other pictures later. Get ready for tomorrow. I have so many, guys. You're going to be mind blown. And you should ask yourself, I don't understand. So how do you, Giorgio, thought from this bad thing to turn into this good thing? How? Yeah. So the ideal self, sometimes we've experienced it. Everyone in this room, at least 1, 2, 3, even 10 times, we've experienced the feeling of feeling beautiful, strong, healthy, smart, intelligent, you know? You felt that energy at least once. Women, when you dress up, you put the makeup on, you go to club, you feel like Jesus. So the gap between who you are today and who you can become sometimes creates tension. Because you're like, I want to go there, but I'm here. And there is this gap that builds tension. Okay? When people understand how the game works, everyone can play this game. Core is broken, so no matter the opportunity, no matter the sponsor, no matter the company, no matter it's broken, it's never going to get fixed from outside. And they don't know. They are not sure that... Okay? Yeah. So look at machine, huh? Action, feedback, bad feedback, I change, I repeat a new action. Look at a human. I take action, I receive a feedback. People judge me. I fail. Something doesn't work. What I do? I'm not a machine. So before I change something in me, the feedback goes through my self-image. Big problem. Huge problem. Why? Because if deep inside of you, you think you're a failure, you think you're not worth it, you think you're not capable, you think deep inside you're not going to win, you're scared, you're fearful, that feedback goes through that thought process. And so the filtro tells you, you see, you're not good enough. You see, people judge you. You see, I told you not to do this. You see, it's hard. Don't do it. You're a failure. Stop it. You're going to keep suffering. This is the big problem. And so the feedback goes through that, and you don't want to take another action. You stop there. / you retrace. You're like, okay. Imagine instead you change that core, and you are absolutely meant for success. You deserve to have a lot of money. Of course, you should be free and travel. Of course, your mom and dad, your brother, your sister, your children, they shouldn't be worrying about money. Of course, you're a strong person. Of course, you're perfectly made. Of course, everything happens to you for a reason. Of course, and that feedback goes through this thought. How the interpretation of the feedback changes. So if you think you're a winner, any negative feedback, it's a lesson. I take it on, because you don't say it, I say it.
Breakthrough.
That's why failure doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, guys. You can fail 10 times. If you know you're a winner, you're going to always get the lessons out. You transform them. You take a new action. Boom, you get a better result. You still fail a little bit. You take it on, take the lesson, take action another time. And after a while, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, of course you're successful. Come on. So you need to stop repeating the same things in your life. How do we do? Then you need to accept it. I feel bad. I feel judged. Whatever it is. Accept that you have that feeling. You're not going to really know my fears, my doubts perfectly. I know the name, the surname, the third name. I know how many hair they have, what is their past, where they come from. I know. Then I transform them through my new self-image, which is the self-image of, hey, I'm a winner. So these things don't break me down. They're teaching me something. How can I use them to transform, to build something better? So our past has a huge influence on our present and therefore on our future. Some of you, you want to change your life, have a better house, have a better job, have a better spouse. But if you till today have lost in life, every time you try to achieve something more and better, it's going to go through your past, because your past created you your self-image today. I'm really giving you the science, guys, of things. I will break it down now. You should be you should be the best friend. You should know everything about your past. And of course, you should realize why it's hard for you to become successful. Because if for 33 years you've been a failure, it doesn't change in 1 year.